Friday night, Bellator 259 on Showtime, and it's the return of the legend, Cris Cyborg, a title defense at featherweight, a rematch against Leslie Smith. And Cris, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. I want to give you the respect. You're always a true fighter and as genuine as can be. How are you feeling entering yet another big-time title defense?
No, I'm really happy. I feel blessed to be fighting now this COVID time. I know a lot of people, defense cannot able to come in, but it's nice. I still can give it the happiness, fighting, the doing nice for defense can watch at home. Thanks for the opportunity to be in your show.
Absolutely. Cris, I say this with respect, you've been around so long at the top of your game that so many of your former peers have retired. I mean, your fight against Gina Carano feels like it's decades ago, yet that was such an important part of opening the door for women's MMA, and you continue to be on top. Is there a secret sauce in your longevity? What do you point to as the reason you stayed at such a high level throughout?
I have to be thankful for my mom, my dad. I'm joking. I'm really like to train. I love my job, and I've been doing sport when I was 12 years old, and I really like to learn every day. I think the first thing you have to be humble to learn every day. That they don't think you're the best, and because you always have something to learn, and they think you're the best, you stop learning. And then I love my job. We're gonna be this next month is gonna be 16 years I'm doing MMA fight, and just happy, very thankful for all the opportunities I had. I just take all the opportunities to do my best.
Cris, if you thought back to where your mind was, let's say 12 years ago, preparing to fight Gina Carano on Strikeforce, and it was a big deal. If someone told you that you would have won championships in every major promotion since then and still be, a face of this franchise and the sport would be where it is today, would you have believed it?
Depending who's the person. I'm joking. Don't know. It's funny because at the beginning of my career, don't have a lot of MMA fights like girls. Don't have a lot of events. And I still believe, I have my ex-husband, Cyborg. He telling me always, I say, man, I don't have fight for me. He said, Cris, just keep training. Keep training. The opportunity is going to come and you're going to be ready. He said, let's continue training. And I believe I continue training, but I was never thinking about to be the title, get it belts. But I really want to be my best, and then do my best. This is the happen.
You've got Leslie Smith for the second time. The first time, 2014 in the UFC. You fought in front of your home fans in Curitiba, Brazil. What do you remember most about that fight?
Make weight, or about make weight, but the special time too. I was really thankful for the opportunity because I was in my city, and I was 10 years now back to my city fighting, and my real city where I born. I was really happy. And that was my first fight UFC too. My fans we make a campaign for having that fight. But really, it was the opportunity to make 140. And I was catch weight. But it was a special moment for me for a lot of things,
You finished Leslie Smith in the first round. A lot has changed since then. You're still the same force. Leslie's gone through some ups and downs, but is on a nice run right now with Bellator. How different stylistically are you expecting her to be compared to the first time?
5 years are passed after that fight. If you continue training and like you say, she's running the good way, she's continuing training. I continue training. We are better fighters than before. And for sure, the experience is going to show a lot of things in this fight.
Cris, you are such a big part of Bellator now, one of the faces, maybe along with Patricio Pitbull, of what Scott Coker and company do. When you look back at your UFC run, I mean, you won a championship, you were a big star, but it ended kind of awkwardly. Do you have good feelings, mixed feelings? How do you look back at that whole run in your life?
I'm thankful to have the opportunity, all the opportunity I have in UFC. Even though I really fight for my division happen over there, and be the world champion there too. I know it's a lot of things going on that time, and I have the moments, happy moments over there. After, because I have my personality too. I'm not saying amen for everything. If it is my principle is no what I like to do, and they like people say amen for everything, and And then if you don't do this, then it's gonna be against you. And this is no partnership. You know, partnership when you sit down, okay, what's gonna be good for you? This is gonna be good for me too, Paul. So maybe you can do this. This is the nice conversation when you're going partnership, you know, and it was not working well. And so, but I did my best, you know. I think for everyone, every person work there, then you know, outside the staff, everybody very nice, know who I am real, not just know. And but you know, I'm really happy where I'm at. Here we really have the conversation. What is gonna be good for the beef, good for sport, what is gonna be good for Bellator. And Chris, how I can help? It's gonna be it's amazing. It's different.
And you've got a whole new set of opponents and names to face for sure. Do you have
Yes.
any regret that you never got the Amanda Nunes rematch? And I only say that as almost like a fan because it was such an exciting fight. The crowd was going insane, fireworks galore. I feel like with everything you accomplished, I know you wanted a second chance. Things happen, they are what they are. But the competitor in you, do you ever like, man, I just want one more shot at that?
You know, the moment I'll have the choice, I say, man, I asked for the rematch. They don't want to give me. I'm gonna just say, told me 2 years, and they already passed 2 years if you think about. And I will say, man, I want to be fighting more times per year. UFC don't have a lot of girls in my division, so I'm gonna be sit down, maybe fight one time per year because I don't have my girls. Or okay, or I stay doing this because I have a hope to maybe the rematch, then give the rematch for me. And unhappy because the people then want to damage my brand. Or I'm going to find another way, you know, I'm going to see the opportunities, get out the bubble, see what's the opportunity you have, and make the right choice, the good choice in the moment. Be happy, you know, getting paid fair and you know, and have fights all the time per year. And you know, I choose to be happy. I choose to be fighting more times per year. I choose this. If we have one day the opportunity to fight Amanda Nunes, yes, maybe when they want to do the fight is gonna happen because they know this side that we want this fight. And before, when I sit down with Scott Coker, I told him too. He said, Chris, if they want to do a cross promotion, I don't have any problem. You just have to sit down. So if you really the other side would like to do the fight will happen.
That's a fair way to look at it. I know you've talked at times that in addition to defending your title with Bellator, you'd love a big boxing crossover, a pro wrestling. Do you feel that any of those big opportunities will come now that the world is getting back in order again?
Yes, I know. I want the fans back for watch the fights. You know, give it to them back. I know that everybody excited to sports start again, and yeah, I believe soon. You know, soon we're gonna the protocols may be changing. The less people you know about the COVID effect, and it's gonna getting better. And but I'm really happy. I'm being fighting this moment and can bring happiness to the fans, even is inside the house. But they're gonna have fun and watch and forget about everything going around for a little bit.
When you look at the landscape of available fighters who can challenge you, I know she's not in this organization, but your name sometimes gets linked. I wonder what a Kayla Harrison fight would look like. Do you wonder what a fight against her would look like?
Uh, you know, I think this fight maybe in the future can happen. You know, I don't know if you're gonna be PFL. I think she can come to Bellator. But I believe this fight will be a great fight. She's can be the Ronda Rousey people looking for, you know. But I believe Ronda's better than her. If you watch the fights, I don't know, you know, but she's good too. You know, it can be a great fight. But let's see.
All right, Chris. Bellator 259 is Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern on Showtime. Leslie Smith, the rematch, featherweight title. Final question here. You've won titles in everywhere. What win means the most to you when you look back at your great career?
I just wanna fix when I say she's better, Ronda better than her in skills about judo.
Fair, very fair.
About
Very
judo.
fair.
It's not about the MMA, but about judo. If you put in the skills, I think maybe because the weight, you know, I think Layla Ronda was
Kayla.
light too. You know, I think the skills about judo, you know, just another misunderstand. And another thing, what do you ask it again?
When you look back at your career, all the titles you've won, is there one win that means the most to you?
Um, I think all the titles is special for me for you know the story come behind. But the first one, I think against Gina Carano, it's opened the door for a lot of things. You know, it's like you can see Scott Coker already invest in the women's MMA, the beginner, and he's continue doing. And then that fight is nice because a lot of girls after the fight want to be a fighter. Want to. I think the women's MMA really that fight really me Gina Carano and say hello to Gina. We did a great fight that time.
Do you keep in touch with Gina and see how she's doing as an actress now?
Yes. Sometimes you say we have to be together in anniversary, And yes, I know Gina is a very nice girl, and then she good heart too. And before when we fight each other, I didn't speak in English, so I just look. I didn't know I cannot talk. Usually we don't talk with our opponents, anyways. We're not gonna talk about too much things, but after after I think maybe 10 or 9 years after the fight, we met each other at a lion fight. And we start talk. It was so funny. And she said, "Man, you speak in English now. It's good." And it's very cool. Yeah, it's very cool.
Always great to talk with you, Cris. Can't wait for the fight on Friday night. Best of luck to you, and always appreciate getting to chat with you.
Thanks so much. My pleasure.